Hi, good morning, Kayla, John, Cindy, and Asher. I just want to let you know that, well, you probably heard the news that most of us are, well, we're all going to distant learning for the month of December and a couple of weeks into January, which allows me to kind of streamline my instruction and my recording. So in this next week, I'm going to create my own Schoology course for you guys, just you four. You will have your own personal agenda and you will have your own set time that you won't have to join one Zoom meeting with Math 6 kids, unless you want to, but it it allows me to more focus on just you guys and what you're studying and provide a little more help. I'm excited about that. I don't know if you guys are, but so in this next week, we'll kind of phase in what I need you guys to do. Today I'm going to work on creating your own Schoology course. So tomorrow, if that gets done today, tomorrow when you go to Schoology, you might see that you're enrolled in a Pre-Algebra 6 course in your list of courses in your Schoology accounts. Don't be alarmed by that, but that's what you'll be going to. If I get that done today, I will send you an email to your school email accounts letting you know of the switch in your Schoology and your list of Schoology courses. But anyway, today we're going to review for a quiz tomorrow on our fraction works, computation with fractional and integers. So I just have a couple of review problems. The test will be in Get More Math and the review will also be in Get More Math today. If you need some examples of video, that's what this video is going to be an example of a couple of problems while I that you can use or refer to before I can join your breakout room and answer any questions computer face to face. So multiplying fractions, you can simplify first. These are both even. Oh, not working. Pen not working. You can simplify before you multiply. And that way you don't have to simplify at the end. These are both divisible by 2, one numerator, one denominator, divisible by 2, and that leaves me 25. And you just multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators, 25 twelfths, so it's an improper fraction, which Get More Math will not accept. So on your scratch paper, 25 divided by 12. And if you've been secretly using calculators, I have no way of telling, but your calculator, unless you know how to use the fraction keys on your calculator, will give you a decimal answer. So the answer is 2 and 1/12. And the fraction part of my mixed number is a proper fraction, so we're good to go. Another example that might show up is a fraction times a whole number. And we've talked about how we like to multiply. When we have fractions, we'd like all of the factors to look like fractions. I cannot simplify before I multiply, so this is 8 times 6 over 11 times 1, 48 over 11. Also a improper fraction, which is not an acceptable answer right now. So 48 divided by 11, 4 times 4/11, and the fractional portion of my mixed number is also proper, so my answer is 4 and 4/11. Feel free to pause any of these videos and study the work. Hopefully I'm not making any mistakes. But here we have a positive mixed number times a negative mixed number, which means I have an odd number of factors. I only have one, which is odd. So my product will be odd. My product will be negative. Excuse me for that, and excuse me for coughing into the microphone. 2 and 1/3. And so now that I've taken care of the sign of the product, I'm just going to drop it from my work, my scratch work. So it just gets in the way. Times 3 and 2/3. We like to multiply fractions, not mixed numbers. So I need to rewrite these mixed numbers as their improper equivalents, which is 7/3 times 11/3. oops, thirds. Cannot simplify before I multiply, so I have 77 ninths, which works out to be 8, and 5 ninths. And again, I need to include that negative sign because I have a positive times only one of the factors in this expression is negative, which means it will result in a negative product of 8 and 5 ninths. Okay, um, word problems, for the most part, I don't know. If you're struggling with word problems, whether you should divide or multiply, just please ask me and we'll talk through the problem. It's probably best to just talk it through to decide if we have to multiply or divide instead of listening to the video give the same example over and over again. But here's a recipe that the original recipe calls for only 1/4 cup of butter. You don't need to make this recipe and the results of, you don't need a total batch. You only need a portion of this batch of whatever this recipe is. Let's say it's chocolate chip cookies. No, let's go with sugar cookies, the holiday season. No, I like ginger snap cookies with cream cheese frosting. Oh, awesome. So let's say we're making some ginger snap cookies with some cream cheese frosting, and the original recipe says 1/4 cup of butter. And when I'm all done, I'll get 24 cookies, 2 dozen. But I don't want 24 cookies. That's way too many. So I only want 12 cookies, which means I'm cutting the recipe in half. So the thing is, when you're cutting it in half, you're like, oh, well, you would just divide everything by 2. Well, if you notice here, that's dividing it by 2. That's what fractions are, division problems in the making. We just haven't divided them out to their decimals. And the other clue word is the word of. When you are finding a fraction, a fractional portion of a total amount, that also is an indicator of multiplying. So you could take 1/4 and we're dividing it by 2 because we're only needing half the recipe. And if you remember from our division, this is actually 1/4 times the reciprocal of 2, which is 1/2, which is what we end up doing here. So 1/4, and we only need half of that recipe, so we would only need 1/8 cup of butter. So this actually ends up being a multiplication problem, which all of our division problems when it comes to fraction ends up turning into multiplication, right? If we're following the algorithm correctly. The temperature in North Dakota is -4.5 degrees Fahrenheit, and the temperature in Minnesota is 2 1/3 times as cold. So they kind of tell you right there what you need to do. So -4 1/4 times 2 1/3. Okay, a negative factor times a positive factor. I only have one negative, so I know my product will be negative, so that eliminates that as a possible answer. And then we like to multiply fractions. So this is 9/2 times 7/3. I'm going to simplify before I multiply. And I get a -21/2, which is an improper fraction that needs to be rewritten as its mixed number equivalent, which is 10, -10 1/2. And thankfully, that's one of the options left available. And do I have another example here? Yep, division. The algorithm is to keep the dividend as it is, change the division sign to its opposite operation of multiplication, and the reciprocal of the divisor or second fraction. So that is 9/5. Reciprocals are fractions inverted or flipped. These are both divisible by 3. And these are both divisible by 2. Equals 1 times 3 and 1 times 5, and 3/5 is your answer. And they're both positive, so I have a positive product. Here, this looks like a lot of division lines here. So when we're dealing with fractions and mixed numbers, when it's just a simple equation like this, not a word problem, I like to write it horizontally and then work down. -3 1/3 divided by a good old-fashioned division symbol, 4 1/2. And then I'm going to convert those to their improper equals. 9 10/3 divided by 8 9/2, and keep the first dividend, change reciprocal, and I cannot simplify first. So, oh, and I know only I have one negative factor, so my product will be negative. And that turns out to be 20/27, and they don't share a common factor other than 1. So that is my final product. Oops, sorry. Got caught in my little screenshot here. Sorry about this. Mom has baked several pies, and she's taken each pie and divided them up into slices, smaller slices. And each pie has one slice is equivalent to 1/16. Plans to eat 5/8 of a pie. How many slices will that end up being? So actually what that is this is the total amount of pie, even though it's in slices, but this is the total amount of pie that will be consuming. And we're going to divide this by the size of one slice. So this is actually a division problem. Okay, so this is the total amount he ate divided by the size of the slices he's been eating. Keep, change, flip, and simplify first. And he ends up eating 10 slices. And please note that they, in light gray, they do say that the label is optional, so if you forget that. This is also another division problem that you'll see. Why is it a division problem? Because we're starting with a total, and we are actually, subtracting repeatedly per picture the same amount. So this is a repeated subtraction problem. We're repeatedly subtracting the same amount of paint per one picture. And a quicker way to repeatedly subtract the same amount is by dividing by that amount. So that's why this is a division problem. And we have 49, that's 52/7 times a reciprocal, 21/2. This is 1, this is 3. These are both even. Oh, what's half of? I'm drawing a blank this morning. Oh, 26. Okay, and then 26 times 3 is 1878 over 1, so 78 pictures. Now, some kids get this question wrong on the test because they're like, well, they're looking at, it doesn't say how many whole pictures. So if they give you numbers that work out to be a mixed number, it's okay to enter that mixed number and you're still correct in your answer, because he could paint this many whole number pictures and a fraction of the next picture. So hopefully that helps. Get More Math is set up for you to review today, and the quiz is tomorrow.